It was a classy joint. The broad had taste, he'd give her that. But right now, he was more concerned with how much dough her husband would pay him when he could bring her back. You never understand how powerful men could be driven cuckoo by a skirt. A nice pair of... Hi.
Alright, come on, time to go.
Those were some slick moves, pal. Freaking hard boiled. See, that's what I'm talking about. A real smooth operator.
You adopt?
Yeah, believe me, I can't wait to get her back on the canvas. I think she's got an oily diaper.
Oh, you're back. Fantastic. Oh, just this rascal in tow. Where's my wife?
She's the last passenger. Then you can leave.
Well, yeah, that's music to my ears, but where's my wife?
Look, we contained as many of you as we could. If she wanted to run away...
Why would she want to run away?
Hey, knock it off. Let me go. Watch it.
Wear more sensible shoes. Is this one of yours?
Yeah. She's driven Messick's Santa Monica bus.
You don't even talk to me. I pulled that brake for a reason. Ain't it just like a man? He'll call you darling till you split on him.
Betty, calm down. You're being hysterical.
Oh, I'm hysterical. You want to hear something else hysterical? That your wrinkly rear end could get me in the pictures. It's been 3 long years, Sydney. I'm not waiting any longer.
Well, maybe it wouldn't have taken so long if you'd had any manners or refinement. Instead, you want to make ludicrous scenes in public.
Oh, okay. Let's just agree to disagree. Get everybody back in the painting.
Don't tell me you're siding with this sexist dinosaur.
Excuse me?
You tell him, sister.
Enough! We're not playing marriage counselor here.
Hey, wait a minute. There's some residue on her stole. It doesn't appear to be native to the painting. I'd like to take a look at it. It may have something to do with these recent breakouts.
Can Valerie get a sample of your stone?
Darling, don't let them keep us here any longer.
Betty can speak for herself, Uncle McChauvinist.
Okay, alright. Brock, why don't you take Betty down to Valerie's lab?
Oh, yeah.
And I'll take Sydney. I'll take Sydney down to the break room and we'll get him a glass of turpentine. Maybe that'll thin him out a little bit. No, better yet, Nick. Everybody go with Nick. Tell him about the time that you met Humphrey Bogart.
Sorry, what? Oh, really?
Don't be modest, Nick. Tell him about your cousin, J. Edgar Hoover.
Really?
That's right.
That's it.
All right.
Well, you cannot make Betty go off with that jerk. It'd be an affront to women everywhere.
Except that she's not a woman. She's the memory of a woman that been Messick's on a painting once. Valerie, we can't have the contents of every artist's imagination running loose in the streets. It'd spell disaster for humans and art alike. So yes, she's going back.
Yeah, well, it still leaves a bad taste in my mouth.
You got a light?
No. I'm not breathing your cancer.
But this brand is doctor approved.
Not happening. Now, may I please look at your stole? The field of art ecology really sprang from a need. Art historians were studying each piece independently, and museum studies professionals were mostly interested in the created space, but nobody was studying the museum as an ecosystem. What kind of communities were forming in the galleries? Was the art adapting to its space? Was it happy? Well, I mean, not happy, but, well, to figure that out, you'd have to be some sort of art psychologist, and that'd just be ridiculous. So, how did you and Sydney end up together?
Well, when I first moved out to California, I couldn't get any work as an actress, so I answered an ad for a secretary and met Sydney. 6 weeks later, he popped the question.
Whirlwind romance.
Sure, romance. Hey, don't judge me. I'm not getting any younger, and not everyone's boss can be as good looking as yours.
I'm sorry. Are you talking about Shane? Shane is not my boss. You know, you don't need a man to function in this world.
That's easy for you to say out here. Back where I come from, things are different.
So what do we have here?
I wish I had more to tell you. Whatever's on the clothes, it's not something I've seen before.
So it's coming from outside the museum. Some kind of contaminant.
Well, just because it's new doesn't mean it's foreign. It could be some sort of evolutionary adaptation. What's important now is to find the source. I'm going to sweep the whole museum again this afternoon.
Valerie? Where's Betty? Valerie?
I can't believe this.
I thought we talked about this.
Shane.
I thought we were on the same page. Forget it.
All right, reserves. We've got a runaway on our hands. No thanks to our partner in there. You know the drill. You have a week to start your investigation at the museum. If you find any clues at all, use the website to let us know. And happy hunting.
Oh, I'll be fine out here. If I don't get any acting work right away, I have years of office experience to fall back on. I mean, they will always need someone to change typewriter ribbons and make photostats and carry messages from office to office, you know?
So we're chasing a lead on Betty's whereabouts from the reserves. Ha!
You know, this Harold Potter, quite a resourceful young man.
And Sydney insisted on coming along.
I just don't get it. Why would Valerie aid an escape?
Look, I'm not a Valerie fan, but she made a rookie mistake. You know, we all get suckered in from time to time. You know, I think the real problem here, I think you're letting your feelings, your emotions get in the way.
You want to talk about my feelings?
You know, forget it.
Brock! Brock. Come on, man. Hold up. I'm sorry. You're just talking feelings. I get that. You're painting, you haven't threatened anyone with bodily harm in a couple of days. This gentler, kinder Brock is gonna take some getting used to.
Let's just follow up on our tip and find this art so I can, you know, slap it around, drag it back to the museum, and whatever.
Wow. Really phoned that one in.
Shut up.
Hey, you think we should have cracked a window for Sydney or something? Never mind. Ready?
You know, I thought this place was supposed to be paradise. Come to find out, all the women dress trashy, none of the men wear hats, and you can't smoke anywhere. Also, fur is apparently murder. And don't get me started on the music.
You and my grandmother should talk sometime.
I like the water, but it's not the pier back home. You stand at the end of the pier, and the ocean goes on and on. It makes you feel tipsy and small, really small. Go away, sir.
Now hold on and let me speak my piece here. I may have been a little authoritarian before, and I've thought about it, and I regret that, and I'm willing to make some changes.
Going to give me some auditions?
Well, I'm still not comfortable with you being around those leading men types,
You're going to let me have my own money?
You may be taking this a bit far. I tell you what, you remember that mink coat that you've had you on? What if I bought that for you?
Oh, Sid. I must be the luckiest girl alive.
Well, that could have gone a lot worse.
Well, the course of true love always did run stupid.
I don't get it. Why did she go back?
Messick wasn't trying to convey anything absolute with his painting. He just opens a window on the world. It's up to you to fill in the story. What you see inside up there is mostly what you bring with you. I'm sorry Betty couldn't live up to your expectations. That she just couldn't drop everything overnight.
We're not talking about the painting anymore, are we?
You turned on me.
Today, or back in New York?
Don't dig the past, though.
I don't have to. You never buried it. I'm leaving.
Valerie,